back to the Afternoon Express Loft, where we are well underway, making sure that we are prepped and ready to get back to work. Now, before we have our musical performance by Andrea, we have got one more recipe, ne?
Yeah, we're going back to work, but it's going to feel like you're at work in another country.
Oh, I kind of like that. Well, get your passports ready because we are going to take you on a trip to the Middle East with some delicious Middle Eastern chicken wraps. It is packed with mint, lime and cumin and marinated in creamy CLOVER AUTHENTIKOS Greek-style yogurt. Sounds absolutely mouth-watering.
You had me at AUTHENTIKOS.
Yeah.
Because if I think about this ingredient here, the one thing that makes it stand out is because it is the only Greek-style yogurt in South Africa right now that we have. So you know that you've got those flavors. You know when you talk about, I want a Greek yogurt. Well, this is the Greek-style yogurt you should have in your recipe. And it starts off with that. I'm going to be putting quite a bit because I love what it does to the chicken. It tenderizes the chicken. It makes sure that those flavors that we're going to be putting in here carry so well. It starts off with our AUTHENTIKOS in there, and then I'm going in with mint. And if anyone knows, in mint, yogurt, I like this.
Okay.
Match made in
they're
heaven.
best friends.
Best of friends. Don't even front on that. And because we're doing those Middle Eastern flavors, we're going to go in with our cumin. Because for me, now if there's one spice that sort of enhances and also makes you feel like your dish can go a long way, is the flavor of cumin. It is so earthy. It is so delicious. It works well in stews, and it also works well in marinades because it also helps tenderizes your meat. So into that as well, I'm going to go in with a bit of salt. And also remember, when you're marinating stuff like this, you want to make sure that it's flavorful enough. So add enough of your spices, add enough of your pepper, and then just to, mellow it out, I'm also going to be adding some of our lime zest and some lime juice into it.
Now, you did not hold back when it came to that salt and all the seasoning that's going in it. I mean, Chef Leon, your ears kind of jumped when you heard about that mint.
Oh, yeah, it's like, because I love adding mint and green chili and coriander to yogurt. And when I eat biryani, it's like my favorite compliment for the dish. And I mean, it's amazing in any marinades, and it's fresh, it's summery, it's electric when it's added to dishes.
Now, Chef Dion, on your side, you've already got the mixture that Umi is making, and you've already had your chicken breast sit in it. How long did it sit in that marinade?
The longer, the better, but I mean, I wouldn't leave it for longer than 12 hours or so. Because what happens is there's like natural bacteria inside of the yogurt, and it actually penetrates through. It goes right to the center and really tenderizes it, makes it so much softer. I mean, if you add yogurt to like chicken breast, it's almost impossible to overcook that breast.
Yeah.
It has that like beautiful, soft flavored texture to it as well.
And also another thing that's very key to remember, I believe in with making chicken, is I want my chicken flavor to go all the way through the meat. A lot of the time, it's just on the skin or it's just on the outside, but as soon as you cut inside, there's nothing.
There's nothing, and that's why it's important to marinate. And this is why I keep saying that, especially if you're going to be using yogurt, make sure that it goes in there and it sits. And like you said, Chef, that 12 hours makes a huge difference between something that's marinated for an hour and something that's set there for 12 hours. And another thing that is so great about our CLOVER AUTHENTIKOS, yes, we're using the Greek style, the plain flavor right now. It comes in a couple of different flavors. I mean, you've got the coconut, which you could also use in this, but it has a slight sweetness to it. But then you also have the apple and cinnamon, which makes these so perfect for snacking anytime. So yes, we're using it in a savory dish now, but on its own, as a snack.
The coconut and that apple and variant, cinnamon, perfect for my smoothies, perfect for my shakes. This is what I'm here for, and that is what today is all about. We're taking South Africa back to work, and we're giving them some meal inspiration, something for that lunchbox, and wraps are perfect. I mean, they're so easy to carry, so easy to take with you, and it's minimal mess. It's
minimal mess, and like you kept saying about those Middle Eastern flavors, you're going to have the Middle Eastern flavors in your scuff tin. When you open, you know when you're at work and people open their scuff tins and everyone starts looking around, you're definitely going to be one of those people that inspires people.
Attracting people there.
Exactly. Now, to make this even more exciting, we've got our Middle Eastern chicken that's been marinated for over 12 hours, and then I've also got the wrap that we're going to start making. But to assemble this, we've got hummus, and it's delicious on its own, it's perfect, but I'm going to add a bit more of our AUTHENTIKOS into this.
Adding to the creaminess.
Adding to the creaminess, adding to that tanginess, but just making sure, food to uguti, as we are adding these flavors, we're carrying through that yogurty flavor that we had inside of the chicken that we made.
That's where you could also add some of the flavors that's in the marinade as well, too. That, the fresh mint, the fresh coriander. Just pick it up as well and elevate it, right?
Basically doubling up. Okay, on my side here, Dumi, you've packed yet another cute scuffed in. Thank you, girl.
my friend.
I actually need to take you home with me because, I mean, it's one thing eating it at work. I need it prepared the night before.
You know?
But it seems as if you've already added the fresh elements. You've got your tomato in there. You've got your cucumber. Oh, and a healthy, generous serving of that hummus. Now it's time to taste.
And that's what you need. You want that nice layer of the hummus because that's also going to sauce up your dish. That's why we've made sure to add our authenticos into the hummus as well. And then into this, I'm going to start layering up. Got my tomatoes, got my cucumber, going to go in with the chicken, and then some slivers of our cucumber as well.
And the nice thing about a wrap is, I mean, you keep wraps in your freezer. They hold really well. They defrost extremely quickly. And you can add anything to it.
And it doesn't get soggy?
No, it doesn't, yeah. It holds so much flavor. You can put basically anything you want inside of it.
Wow. And these flavors, the taste is so refreshing. Definitely something to try this summer. And if anyone else, I suppose, also wants to add their own little tidbits, any other spare veggies that you have in the fridge, use.
Definitely. You can use, in fact, even if you didn't want to, let's just say you didn't want to use chicken and you want to go very, let's say, vegetarian, you could even marinate something like your eggplant. You could put...
eggplant works perfectly in there.
Exactly. You can marinate your eggplant as well and then put it into this yogurt mixture. You could also put it in there. You could add some mushrooms. You can even add cauliflower, marinated in the same mixture, fried on exactly like we're doing now, and then just put it in there.
Well, the sky's the limit, it seems like, when it comes to creating these Middle Eastern wraps. But to get your hands on this recipe, please do head over to afternoonexpress.co.za. Now it seems as if our musical guest has warmed up her vocals, and it's time for us to get into some singing. Hey, Dumi?
She did say that she's 10 out of 10, so I'm going to sit this one out and see if Madam 10 out of 10 can show us exactly what she's made of.
When it comes to the baking,
exactly.
But music first.
There is a classic mayonnaise that brings out the traditional French in 3 levels of tanginess. The mild classic, the medium classic, the strong classic. Tangy the way you love it.
Made with love by Clover.